Mid-season NFL here on Lit Sports Online. We're doing our spread picks for Week 8. We got Jimmy on the set to help us out this time. Right now, I'm 50-52-3. Gerald is 44-58-3.
I suck.
And we're going to keep on doing the picks.
Game on. Yes, we are back for another week of Picks Against the Spread on LitTube. And again, as Justin said, my boy Jimmy is on the show.
Thank you
happy
for
to have
having
you here,
me.
brother.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to LitTube, officially today. It's a new era. But yes, let's get down to the picks. We are going to talk about these games as we do every week. And yes, we are the worst picks show ever because our picks fucking suck. But whatever. Let's do this shit. First game of the week, Miami versus Houston. Houston is -7.5 at home. Justin, who you got?
I'm going with Houston -7.5 because I don't like Brock Osweiler and he's going to be starting in this game.
I'm going to go with Miami because Miami's actually doing their thing right now. I'm curious to see how long they can keep this shit going. We're going to see what happens.
I'm going to go ahead and take Houston. Reason being, I watched their defense destroy the Jaguars this past week, and so I'm thinking they could carry it over into this week.
Speaking of Jacksonville, Philly travels to Jacksonville to take on the Jags, who are +3 at home.
I'm going to go with Philly -3. Jaguars have looked terrible the past 3 weeks. Philly's a pretty high-quality team, so I'm not sure the Jaguars are going to be able to bounce back in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Philly as well. I mean, Jaguars, I think there's a fall from grace here, and we'll talk about that in our next episode, actually. But yeah, I see no reason to pick the Jaguars.
There's no need for those. Philly at home because Jaguars aren't doing shit, and they're not going to do shit the rest of the year.
Keeping it moving. Denver travels to Kansas City to take on the Red Hot Chiefs. And the only one to get their number was New England Patriots. So I'm not even mad at that. The Chiefs are -10 at home. It's against the spread, too.
Yeah, the spread does make you think.
Right,
you know what?
right.
I might regret doing this, but I'm going to take Denver +10. I'm going to say division rivalry. Maybe it's kept close. I still think the Chiefs win.
Yeah, rivalry games, you throw everything out the door. All logic. Nothing exists when it comes to rivalry games. Honestly, I love Kansas City. I love what they've done. They're one of the youngest, most awesome teams probably out right now. And I think, honestly, definitely a deep playoff contender. But for the simple sake, it's a rivalry game. I don't know if Kansas City's going to beat them by 10. So, yes, Denver.
I'm taking Kansas City by 10.
Whoa!
And the reason being, just look at the scores throughout the year. They're averaging almost 40 points a game. They smacked the Bengals back down to earth. I'm riding the Pat Mahomes wave the rest of the year.
Coming frolic here. Next, yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I think Kansas City is definitely going to win.
Yeah.
But it's that 10-point spread that has me.
I'm feeling the energy.
I don't know.
I'm feeling
All
to
right.
take the 10.
We're going to see what happens. Next up, the New York Jets travel to Chicago, and Chicago is -7 at home. And with that defense, it's a no-brainer here. But who you got, Justin?
I got Chicago -7, and it's not just because of the defense. Mitchell Trubisky is really playing great. He did have 2 interceptions last week, but overall, the fantasy numbers are definitely there every week, and that offense, I think, will be able to do enough to beat the Jets.
So I was texting Jimmy, actually, this week on Sunday. I had Mitch Trubisky. I actually drafted Mitch Trubisky. And he was a backup to Jimmy Garoppolo. And, of course, Jimmy Garoppolo got injured. I got rid of Mitch Trubisky for somebody else, for Fitzpatrick, actually. And, of course, he fizzled out. And in the last few weeks, I am regretting that decision every single freaking day. But that's why I'm going to pick Chicago.
Chicago. It's simple. Y'all said everything. I don't have to say anything. It's Chicago.
Next up, Cleveland travels to Pittsburgh, to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers, who are -8 at home. Justin.
I'm going Cleveland +8. I still think the Steelers will probably win this by a small amount of points, but I like the spread in favor of Cleveland.
Again, another rivalry game, even though Cleveland is Cleveland, but Cleveland has shown they're not the same Cleveland. I think this is a close one. I'm going to go with Cleveland, honestly.
And I'll go with Cleveland as well. As a Steeler fan, it's not going to be a blowout game. It's going to be probably 3 points or maybe another tie. Please spare us. God, not another tie.
If you guys get another freaking tie. Dude, that's screwing up the standings. You realize that, right?
We're still in
the
first place
tie
at
is
the
helping
moment.
you.
I know, we're in first place. Let me ride it out.
We'll get to that later, whatever. Next up. Wow, Redskins have been disrespected. Washington travels to New York, where the New York Giants are +1 at home. Disrespect or what? What do you think?
I mean, I could go either way on this one. It is a division rivalry, and the Giants are at home. But, I'm going to go with the Giants. Fuck it. Giants +1.
Man, you're smoking crack. I'm going with the Redskins, and yes, I never picked the Redskins. All our Redskins fans can tell you I trashed them weekly. But the Redskins have been showing up. They aren't the same Redskins they were last year. I mean, yes, they have some bumps here and there, but they're keeping it together. So yeah, Redskins.
Redskins, one word, Eli.
Yeah, he's a cancer to that team.
Needs to go.
Gotta go. Next up, Seattle travels to Detroit to take on the Lions, who are -3 at home. Oh, it's a tricky one. Wow.
I'll go with the Lions -3. They're coming off a pretty nice performance, and they always seem to put up some good numbers at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Detroit as well. Simply the same reason.
Detroit, same reason. You guys spoke it out.
Next up, Tampa Bay travels to Cincinnati. Can the Bengals bounce back at home, where they are -4.5 at home? Yeah.
I don't think they can. I'm going to go Tampa Bay +4.5. Starting Jameis Winston in fantasy. Big day. Boom, boom.
And you will lose to me. Boom, boom. I'm going with Cincinnati.
I'm taking Tampa Bay on the fact that I've watched Cincinnati kind of fall from grace. So we're going to take that +4.5.
Next up, the game I'll be watching. Baltimore travels to Carolina, where Carolina is +2 at home. Wow. What do you got?
Against my better judgment, I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one, -2. I'm just going to have some blind faith that their defense somehow gets it done on the road.
Ravens bouncing back this week. Book it.
Ravens got robbed.
Yeah.
I feel bad taking the Ravens this week.
Can I just go through the steps? God, I was in my car. I left work on Sunday. I get in my car. Jerry Sandusky, WBAL. He's screaming, touchdown, touchdown. And then Tucker missed. Wow.
I'm not going to slander Tucker. I made a few promises, but he's the best kicker in the league.
He
Hall of
is. He's
Fame.
still the best.
He
He's
will
still
bounce
the
back. People miss kicks. It's an extra point. Get your head out your ass. Some of these Ravens fans out here acting a little childish about it.
People change the names of dogs. Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
We ain't gonna say no names.
You know who you are.
But you watching. Next up, Indianapolis travels to Oakland minus Amari Cooper, who is +3 at home.
Going with Indy -3. It's not even a difficult pick. Raiders suck. They got rid of Cooper. They got rid of Mack. The team's on a fire sale.
Indy, there's a nuclear bomb going off in Oakland, and yeah, screw that.
And I'm riding that nuclear bomb and taking Oakland as the bounce back for this week. Watch and see.
Wow.
Gruden's going to get them together this week.
Gruden ain't doing shit, dude.
Gotta have faith, player.
No faith in that squad.
Come on, son.
Honestly, and it's funny, actually, because last week, Justin predicted Derek Carr getting traded to the Giants. Sure enough, there was an article that came out talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I don't see Derek Carr in Oakland much longer, especially the way they're trading. Jeez, they're getting rid of everybody. It's like they're clearing house.
If the Giants are smart and they call and offer Oakland a second-round pick for Derek Carr, I'm shipping them out.
Get them.
Period.
And New York is gonna be good again.
We'll see.
Next up, straight pick 'em. No spread at all. San Francisco travels to Arizona.
It's tough, isn't it? I'll go with Arizona and just pick the home team.
I'm gonna go with San Francisco. Split the difference.
I go Arizona to bounce back after getting the shit beat out of them last week. Thanks for those fantasy points, by the way. Denver, even though I still lost with 40 defensive fantasy points. I need to get my team out.
How the hell did you? I forgot about that.
Jesus,
I forgot you got 40 points on defense, dude. How the hell does that happen?
2 pick sixes. I'll leave it at that.
I don't know. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, moving on. Next up, Green Bay travels to LA to take on the Rams, who are, of course, -9 at home.
Is this the first time I actually pick against the Rams on this? I mean,
Probably not.
it is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about. No, I'm still going to go Rams -9. I mean, come on. Like, Green Bay doesn't really have a defense.
Yeah, Green Bay doesn't have the defense to contain Todd Gurley, who virtually is probably the best player in the NFL. He's like that Madden player in PS2 you created at like 99 everything and virtually does everything and does it perfectly. And he's on my fantasy team and gets me about 30 points a game. So I'm going with the Rams.
I'm going with the Rams as well, and I will throw this little nugget out there. I'm looking at Todd Gurley to take down LaDainian Tomlinson's touchdown record if he keeps this pace up. He's arguably the best running back in the league. Sorry, Le'Veon Bell. You showed your ass up. I might give you a little bit of hope, but Todd Gurley's the best player in the league, bar none right now.
That brother ain't even coming back.
He ain't coming nowhere.
Next up, New Orleans travels to Minnesota to take on the Vikings, who are -1 at home.
I'll take Minnesota -1. I think it's pretty evenly matched, but I like Minnesota's overall team.
Who dat? That's all I'm saying. New Orleans. It was a dogfight Sunday against the Ravens.
If you mentioned Taysom Hill, I swear to God.
The single greatest gadget player in NFL history. Yeah, I'm going to fucking say it. New Orleans. We're going New Orleans. But not even for him. I'm saying it for Drew Brees. I mean, he is playing at a level amongst legends. Honestly, I don't know. I imagine he probably has like 2 seasons left in him. He's an older guy, but he's playing the best he's played. He's killing it. Who you got?
I'm going to take Minnesota. The reason why, Adam Thielen's been slicing them up. You saw what Joe Flacco did to the New Orleans secondary on Sunday. So I think Kirk Cousins is going to put up some points and some yards and take it from him.
You got it. You make a great point, actually, but I don't know. I'm a faith in Breeze.
Hey,
faith in Breeze.
I'm not mad. It's a real even matchup.
And our Monday night football game, which is probably the worst Monday night football game in NFL history. New England travels to Buffalo to take on the Bills, who are +14 home. What the hell is this? Why is this a Monday night football game?
If the spread was 21 points or more, I might think about picking Buffalo, but 14 ain't enough. I'm going with New England -14.
I'm going with New England, and Tom Brady gets taken out in the third quarter, and they put in whoever the hell the backup is.
I'm not going to argue it's New England, Brady or die in this one.
Well, that does it for Week 8. Stay tuned, and we're going to keep doing this every week. We're going to see if Jimmy's win percentage on these picks is better than ours. It probably will be, but that does it for this episode.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. We got another video coming for you. We're actually getting back to basics now, and we're actually going to have another sports segment show where we talk about actual stuff around the league. So stay tuned.